Hello everyone and welcome to so many games all the time. My name is Joachim and today we'll be playing Marvel Zombies, but we're going to play the hero mode. And the mission we'll be doing is this one. The MH2 hit the road. The garage looks to be mostly untouched since the outbreak. And there are still some vehicles left in there for us to escape in. We can't make it to the underground in time and the mansion seems to have been overrun. It looks like the road is our best bet, but of course Scott keeps his precious wheels locked up tight. Let's find a way inside and get out of here. So basically we are the last remaining heroes. The heroes that I chose for this scenario is Wolverine, Storm, Rogue, and Colossus. Okay, so there are two remaining heroes that I didn't choose. So what are the special rules here? The objectives, first of all, is I need to get the blue objective, which is somewhere hidden below the other objectives. I also need to get the green objective, which is here behind the blue door. So if I get the blue objective, I can open the blue door, and once I get the green objective, I can open the green door. So I have to, get around basically. I'm also going to have to reshuffle these because this one is actually face up, the other ones are face down because of the edges. So that's something to learn as well. It's probably see. So now they're all like this. So I have to shuffle all these up so I make sure that I don't accidentally, I don't make it too easy for myself from the jump. So while I'm shuffling, I can tell you that there's a special rule. So each red objective gives 5 XP to the superhero who takes it. The blue and green objectives each give 5 XP to all superheroes when taken. And that's basically it. We just get the blue objective, then the green objective, and then we escape with all the superheroes. So it doesn't matter if there's a zombie out, if there's other zombies out, whatever, if any bystanders left, it doesn't matter. We just leave the zone as long as there's no enemies in it. So it's medium because there's also 3 spawn points. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and of course we start here. Obviously I can't show you the bystanders yet. We have to open the door for that first. We also have the Sentinel hand, the plasma blast. Basically you can pick it up and use it. Each hit counts as 2 hits against a single enemy. Flip the token to its spent side after this attack. So basically it's a range of 2, 0 to 2, 3 dice and hits on 3+. So each hit is 2, so you can do up to do a lot of damage basically with the plasma blast. And once it flips over, it says roll 1 die for each enemy in the targeted zone. Heroes are ignored for this attack. Remove the token after this attack. So basically you don't throw the hand at people. Also 0 to 2, depending on the enemies, and hits on 5+. So yeah, you gotta be really lucky to hit then though. So this is here. So if you're here, 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 you can pick it up. So the zones, in this version, you can see the lines, right? Those are all zones. Obviously, this is not a zone because you're not going to stand in the middle of the fountain. But this, for example, is one zone because the white lines are there. This is one zone, this is one zone, this one, this small one, and so on. I will go through the differences with the Marvel Zombies game and the Hero game right now, and before I actually start the playthrough, I'll go over the skills of the heroes after I point out the differences. Now, the first difference that you can immediately see is actually on the hero cards, because they only have 3 health instead of 5, and this is not hunger, this is actually power. So still the same thing, every round you go up 1 power, but you can spend an action to give yourself 2 power. And you can use power in different ways to fuel abilities, but you can also spend power to gain extra dice. So let's say I have 3 power and I want to attack. I have 2 dice. I can spend 2 power to get an extra 2 dice. Or 1 power to just get 1 die. Or spend all 3 to get 3 extra dice. Also, when you save a bystander here, of course you're not going to devour them. You save them. They're also going to actively run towards you. When they do, they'll be removed from the board. And you will immediately get maximum power. So they kind of like power you up because of the adrenaline, I guess. Also now we have doors, but we also have windows. Like this is a window, a window, a window. They're like blue. Okay, this is still a door. Window, window, and so on. So these can also be smashed in, but I'll talk more about it later. Basically, line of sight is still the same. So The fountain cannot be entered, but it also doesn't block line of sight, so you can just shoot over it. Some missions, not this one, but some missions have layers, like different levels. And the most remarkable thing is, as it says, at the end of the player phase, if there are no superheroes on the level, any revealed bystanders are automatically eliminated, which means they get devoured. So if you basically leave a floor with a bystander, they automatically die. But on the other hand, if you leave a floor where there's a zombie superhero or enemies, those will not be activated because you're not there. So they just could basically just shuffle around going, oh, brains. So yeah. You also have the stairs mechanic, the elevator mechanic. So for the stairs, for example, you can move up and down. They're not zones that can be occupied. It's just like a switch, basically. You just go up and immediately go to the next spot. Okay, and you can't look up or down. There's no line of sight. For the elevator, that's a room that can be moved between the elevator shaft zones featured on each level. But then I guess that's something, you can see it here, right? This is the elevator, so that will then be moved wherever the elevator is, the level. So it cannot be opened except by calling the elevator. So calling the elevator is a free action apparently. What else is different? Less enemies. There's only 4, because in the zombie mode I think there's 5. You've got the zombie hero, which is regular, the brute, and the walker, and the runner. So there's only 4. While in the other one there's 5. But they'll come out anyway. Basically, they're roughly the same. I mean, I think they just are the same, to be honest, as the ones that you have in the regular Marvel zombies. So during the player phase, actually, the superhero can also break open a window. And then it's just the same thing as a door. You just, let's say we break this window, you just put the door in, and now you can just get in there. Enemies are able to break through windows to get to where they want to go. So if the enemy has no line of sight to a superhero or bystander, then they will trace their path to the closest target as if all windows were open. Alright, so the rest seems to be the same. Spawning, rushing. Now we have a hidden bystander instead of a escorted bystander. So basically you have a bystander at first, and then you also draw another card of the activation deck, but they don't see the bystander, so you have to get them as quickly as possible as well, of course. Okay, and have to roll a die every time. Also, this time when you save a bystander, you put it next to your board as usual, but when you take a wound, you can actually sacrifice that bystander, but then they get devoured. And if a bystander gets devoured, all superheroes lose 1 power, if they have any, and they have to discard a heroic trait if they have any. As usual, there's bystanders with a fist. They will fight as well, and if they suffer a wound, they roll a die. On a 5+, they prevent it. So that's possible as well, that they actually survive an attack. But of course they die if they have 1 wound. We are actually ready to start already, but like I said, I'm gonna go over the skills first. You can actually read it on the screen. I have the picture up as usual, right? So for Wolverine, it's his adamantium claws. 3 dice, hits on 4+. When attacking with adamantium claws, add +1 to your dice results for each wound you have suffered. That's very typical. For each wound you have suffered, for each roll of 6, roll +1 die. These dice may generate additional dice. So the more he's wounded, the stronger he gets, but he only has 3 life, so yeah. Storm has lightning bolts, 0 to 1 range, 2 dice, hits on 3s. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power and select a zone within 1 range. Move all enemies in that zone into a zone adjacent to it. So I guess that can also mean yours. Yeah. Right, then we have Rogue. I'm not going to go over the other powers. I'll go over them when we unlock them or at the end of the game. Rogue, Mighty Punches, that's also melee. 2 dice, 3+, hits on 3+. All enemies suffer -1 toughness against your Mighty Punches attack. Once during your turn, you may perform 1 free open door action. So that's cool, because she goes through it basically. So -1 toughness, of course, is still 1. And then we have Colossus, Pummeling Fists, 2 dice, hits on 3. Of course, also melee. Once during each enemy phase, you may ignore 1 wound you would receive because he's so strong. So basically, we only have 1 ranged. Everybody else is melee, so that's going to make it more difficult as well, I believe. But, you know, I think we can start, but I am going to first get a dice tray. You can also see that this is actually bigger than the last mission I played. There were only 4 tiles then, so I don't have space now to show you the dice tray. So when I roll, I'll just put it somewhere and roll, okay, obviously. All right. So let's begin. I need to get to these objectives, and Rogue is of course the best person to open a door because every turn she can open the door for free, and we have a door right here. This is part of our area, so basically this is our whole starting area. I think Rogue will immediately open the lobby, but problem is there's a double activation there, but then again everybody's there to move in and fight. There will be a bystander, there'll be some XP for sure, 5 XP. And if we're lucky, it's blue, you know, and then we can immediately go here, there, and then we can already leave because I don't think we need to have all the objectives, right? Take the blue objective, take the green objective, and escape. Yeah, so that's it. Just gotta get out of here, you know? Just gotta get out of here. So let's see what happens. All right, so we'll start with Rogue. So I'll flip this over. So 3 actions, and of course the first one is to open the door. So the door is now opened, and yeah, immediately 2 activations. So the first one is 2 brutes. So it's going to be this one, 2 brutes. So that's basically guys in a tank. And brutes, as a quick reminder, it has 2 models, but the brutes have 1 action and 2 toughness. All right, so brutes is done. Then the next card is 2 runners. So basically we immediately pull the special ones. The runners, they have 2 actions and 1 toughness. So at least the runners are easier to defeat. Okay, so that's done. So she still has 3 actions because that was free. She has mighty punches. Enemies suffer 1 toughness. So she should definitely go for the brutes since they have 2 toughness. So she will do this is 1 zone. Yeah, so she will do 1. Oh yeah, sorry. Before she does that, we also reveal the bystander, of course. And it is Senator Kelly. So, Senator Kelly, where is he? This is Senator Kelly. There we go. And it says, once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to select 1 zone within range 2. Activate all enemies in that zone. They try to reach your zone. Then they try to reach your zone by any means available. So I'll put him here for now. And actually, we're supposed to all get 1 power already. See, it's something I always forget at the start of the game. I should just start with 1 power, because you start with 1 power anyway. All right, so this was 1 action. Second action is I move into these guys, and then I'm going to attack as my 3rd action. I roll 3 dice. I hit on 3, and their toughness is 1. So let's see. Oh, so I hit on 3, right? So I have 3 hits, actually. So they're both immediately taken out, and I'll just put them here. Immediately taken out, and their toughness is technically 2, so she gets 4 XP. Not bad. So basically, free action to open, 1 action to get in, 2nd action to get there, and 3rd action to knock them out. Okay, good start. Then we have the other 3. So I don't want to. The question is from where she is standing. No, that's not a question. Storm cannot attack these guys. She could only attack this area. So if she wants to attack them, she has to go in, which I think she'll do, because that would then open up the ability for the other 2 to rescue a bystander and also get the objective. So 1, she goes in, and then she will attack those 2 runners. She has 3 dice as well. and also hits on 3s. So let's see. Also says once during your turn, you may spend 1 power and select the zone within range 1. Move all enemies in that zone into a zone adjacent to it. Okay, that could potentially be next time. So we'll see. We moved in once. We attack now. Second action. Oh, 2 hits, which is more than enough because these guys they're runners. They only have, yeah, actually runners are the basic guys. Are they? No, walkers are the basic guys, but they have 1 toughness, yeah. So they both are taken out. So that's 2 experience. So move 1, attack his second one, and she still has a third action. She will take Senator Kelly. Yeah. Within range 2. So that would basically be able to get units to bring them within range for her, so that works nicely. So he goes here. That's Storm done. So then I want to have one of these 2 to get that objective. That's going to be 5 XP. I want to see what the next abilities are. So for Colossus, it would be Fastball Special if he gets to red eventually. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to move 1 other superhero in your zone up to 2 zones, ignoring enemies. That superhero may then spend 1 power to perform 1 free attack action, which is pretty nice because basically he's throwing them, right? And then for Wolverine, Lash Out. Once during each enemy phase, when enemies move into your zone, you may spend 1 action to perform 1 free Adamantium Claws attack. I like that better, actually. So he's going to go 1, and then 2, and then take the objective. So if we're lucky, it's blue. We're not lucky. So it's 5 XP for him. 5 XP for him. Okay. And then this is gone. All right, so then we have Colossus left because that was just 1, 2, and then pick that up is 3. So Colossus is like, well, you know, you guys are all there. I think he's just going to open this bystander door because that'll give us some extra powers as well next round. And hopefully, if this ends up being blue, it is still shorter to get to here. But then there's one here, though, that he could open as well. But there's an activation then, and then they'll get activated again, so that's not a good idea. Okay, that's what Colossus is going to do. 1, 2, open the door. Then, boom, and it is William Stryker. What is William Stryker doing in the mansion? But okay. He has folded arms, so that's him. And actually, this can go again. Can leave. All right. So once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystanders and superheroes from that zone into your zone. So basically, it's like more like a defensive thing. You're pulling people in to make sure they don't get hit or whatever. Okay, so that's basically everything Colossus did. Move in 1, go there 2, and then open the door 3. Okay, that is the end of the first round. Okay, so because Rogue used her power to attack, it's supposed to be at 0 because she used the die. Same with Storm, should also be at 0 because she also attacked. The other 2 did not attack, so their power stays at the same level. And because Storm actually saved Senator Kelly, her power is up to 4 again. Okay, so then it's time for the enemy phase. The enemies get activated, but of course there's no enemies yet. So we are going to spawn enemies. So starting from the first point is there. I mean, there were enemies, but we killed them. So we have Walker Rush. So these spawn here, and then we have to, since there's no line of sight, we have to trace them to see what the shortest road is. So this is 1, 2, and 3. We have to pretend the windows are open. So it's 1, 2, but then there's a closed door anyway, they can't get through there. So no, they'll just move here once. That's it. Next one would be for here, I guess. 6 walkers. Okay. Okay. And then there. Bum, bum, bum. Zombie hero. Okay, that didn't take long. So the zombie hero that comes out is Dark Phoenix. Okay, so Dark Phoenix is here. Like this. See, really cool. So she arrives here. And it says all superheroes within range 2 suffer 1 wound when she activates. Within range 2. Okay. So yeah, we'll keep this here. And she has 4 life. Wow, that's not good. Okay, so then it's back up to us. Everybody gets 1 power. Wolverine's at 2. She's at 4. Rogue 1. Colossus 2. Then activated. So actually, the person most suited to attack her would be Storm, but that would be 1 action, 2 actions, and then 1 attack. Only. But then she would attack with 6 dice and hitting on 3. And she would need to have 4 hits. It is tricky, and she might get a wound when she activates then. Because not only a wound, she also gets 2 actions, remember? So if she's here, and she wounds her, and then she'll wound her again. So, yeah. We kind of need to be closer, but not too close. I think I might have to just try to just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it immediately. So, 1, 2. Yeah, so 1, 2, and then I'm going to attack. I'm going to spend all 4. Oh, wait. What does Senator Kelly do again? Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to select 1 zone within range 2. Activate all enemies in that zone. They try to reach her. No, I can't activate her. She's going to wound me. That's not a good idea. Alright, so 4 plus 2. So I'm going to be rolling 6 dice, and I hit on 3. So I need to have 4 hits to get rid of Dark Phoenix. Come on, 4 hits. You can do it. 1, 2. I hit on 3, right? 3, 4. Yes. Awesome. She's immediately taken out. So there goes the fire. Extinguished. Alright. So done. So that's 4 toughness, so 4 XP for Storm, which puts her on 6. She's on the cusp of leveling up, but not yet. Alright, so Storm's done. So that's been taken care of. Then we have Colossus, who has 0 XP, and we have Wolverine, who has 5 XP. Who can use Striker the most? Once during your turn, you may spend 1 action to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystanders and superheroes from that zone into your zone. I think that should be Colossus, because he could ignore a wound, so he needs to protect people. So let's activate Colossus. Up. He'll move in here, save William Stryker. That's his 2nd action. So Stryker is gone. Up. So he gets the ability. And then as his 3rd action, he will bust down this door, because then Wolverine can come in and deal with these people. So his actions are done. Wolverine will then activate. He'll move. Oh yeah, first of all, before we activate Wolverine, we'll see what happens here. And also because he saved, William Stryker, he has maximum power. So he opened the door, and then we have an activation. Hidden bystander. Spawn 1 bystander. So that'll be Mariko Yashida. When performing melee attacks, you may automatically eliminate 1 additional walker in your zone. That's pretty good. That would be her here, I think. Yes. So she is here. Yeah. Then draw another spawn card for this zone. Hidden bystanders and enemies ignore each other. Roll a die after each of its activations. On 5+, the bystander is no longer hit. So I'm going to put it here with a die on top of it, so I can remember that I have to do that, and draw another activation. Multiple man multiplication. Spawn indicated walkers in all zones containing walkers. So basically just 1 walker is getting added everywhere. So that's not too bad. because we have 2 zones with walkers. So this is now a zone with 3 walkers. This is now a zone with 7 walkers. Okay. So that was the activation. So there's actually no one in there. So that's pretty nice, actually. So then Wolverine can come in there, do 1 and 2, save her, because he performs melee attacks. So that's even better. So 1, 2, he saves her. So all these bystanders are only there, like there for like a blip. Yeah. That is 1, 2. That's his third action. So he's done. And then we have Rogue with her mighty punches. She is going to open the door, even though it's a bit risky, but she's going to open the door anyway. And because there's an activation. So the activation happens first. Sentinels. Ah, cool, cool. Like, I put it in there, but I didn't take it out of the box. I have to get it out of the box. But it's cool that Sentinel comes out now, so I can explain to you guys how exactly that works. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cool for Rogue, because Sentinels, they're not easy. All right, so let me first tell you what happens when a Sentinel is basically a giant robot, as you know. They never target bystanders, only player heroes. When a Sentinel spawn card is drawn, only a single Sentinel is placed in the zone for which the card was drawn. So just a single Sentinel comes out, of course. So let me get it, because the plastic is a bit stubborn. So I'm going to be taking the crouching one. All right. Boom. He's in that room. Imagine opening the, what is it? Is it like a kitchen or something? And there's a Sentinel inside the kitchen. That's why he's crouching, because he doesn't have much space. Okay. That is a thematic part there. And you need to crouch. And so just FYI, here are the other 2. Okay. So we have a Sentinel there. So you place it where it's drawn, and then draw 1 combat protocol card for the Sentinel and attach it to the Sentinel identification card. So this is Sentinel A, right? Sentinel A. Put that here. And his combat program cards, these are here. So combat protocol, sorry, you shuffle, and then we'll take the third one, whatever. So this one's power is suppress. All player heroes within range 1 lose their yellow +1 action skill, cannot use trait cards, and cannot use bystander abilities. So that's not really a problem, because she doesn't have any of those. Also, it says in general, so that has wait, where did I put it? I put it here. Suppress. Also, it says Sentinels in general perform 2 actions per activation. They can attack from 1 zone away. Attacks against the Sentinel must target it exclusively, so you can't divide your attacks or whatever. At the start of each enemy phase, roll a die for each Sentinel. On a 5+, discard their current combat protocol and draw a new one. So that also needs a die. So I'll put a die on top of it. Now the chances that another one comes out is very low. And it's also really good that Wolverine didn't take this. I mean, he wouldn't have gotten there anyway, but yellow would have been 2 Sentinels. So at least we only have to deal with 1 now. But once again, very cool that it came out. Yeah. So basically it has 4 life. And it activates twice. And so Rogue is like, this isn't good. And then we have a bystander, and that is Trish Tilby. And Trish Tilby, when drawing heroic traits, you may draw an extra trait card and select one, discarding the other. Okay, so Rogue has 1 power only. She opened the door, that was 1 action. So she can power up to get up to 3 dice. and then tried. Oh, wait a minute. Storm used everything to defeat Dark Phoenix. So the problem is with the bystander. The bystander is going to get messed up because, yeah. So if I spend one turn to power up, then she will have one action. Sorry, she'll have 3 plus 2, 5, and she has to hit. Has health of 4, right? Yeah. Well, she has to hit 4 out of 5. And then her power will be back to 0. But I think she kind of has to. I think she has to. It's going to be very painful regardless. Yeah, I'm going to have to be lucky. Or I can run away, but then that's it's not very good either. It's a bit weak. Because it activates twice, or 2 actions, so it's going to do 2 wounds to me. Well, I guess not. It's going to be getting the bystander first and then wound me. Yeah, so one of the actions will go to the bystander and I'll get 1 wound. I think I'm just going to try. Okay, I'll go up to 3 and then spend all 3, so I have 5 dice to roll to try to defeat the Sentinel in one go. I want to defeat it, but on the other hand, it'd be a bit sad to defeat it immediately. But anyway, let's see. Well, I got what I wanted. I don't defeat it. So I just have a 6 and a 4, which is not enough. So it just bounces off. And that's the end of her turn. Because she opened the door, she powered up and attacked and failed. So now the enemies activate. So let's start with him. First of all, he destroys Trish Tilby. This is very sad. Trish Tilby did not survive. But, you know, at least Rogue tried. But yeah, too bad. And then Rogue takes 1 wound. And also because the bystander died, then all superheroes lose 1 power and 1 trait. So we don't have a trait, but everybody loses 1 power. So that's his activation done. He doesn't have to move either. He'll just stay where he is. Then these guys will move 1 spot to here. And these guys will go closer to Storm as well. Okay. Then we'll do activation for here. Okay, 2 runners. So the guys from before, they pop up there again. They're here. That's number 1. Then here, 1 runner. Okay, not too bad. Famous last words. And then here, oh, all brutes overdrive. There's no brutes on the board, so it's okay. Yeah, but it would have been move all brutes up to 2 zones if possible. Any superheroes in the zone they enter lose all their power. So luckily that does not happen. So it's good to have a breather. Oh, by the way, there's also a bystander here. Oh no, that was flipped over. I put 2 bystanders here. No, this one was. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot this. There's another bystander here, which is Maura McTaggart. During your turn, you may discard this card to have 1 superhero in your zone gain 4 power. Oh, that's nice. And you don't get penalties, so she doesn't get devoured. Alright, so I forgot that. So that's all the villains done, the zombies done, so everybody gets 1 power again. Okay, so we have a problem with that Sentinel now. But before we do anything else, I'll have Colossus pick up that objective, and hopefully it's blue. So we'll do 1, 2. Remember, he can smash the window to get out here. It is blue. Oh, fantastic. Alright, so Colossus gets 5. So he's at 5. Okay. Alright, so that was 1, 2, and then pick it up. He's done. Then Wolverine will Oh yeah, the bystander was supposed to move, so she would have moved close. She would have moved here actually. No other bystanders are there. So Wolverine can save her. Do they automatically get saved? No, they don't automatically save themselves. No. So, this is actually quite good to power up someone. But Mariko Yashida is even better. So I think we're just gonna leave her there for now. But it's very dangerous to come out here because if you jump here and you end your turn here and spawn plus action, you can immediately get pummeled. So I'll do 1, 2, I break the window, and 3, I jump out. So that's Wolverine done and Colossus. Storm, she has people around her, right? So she only has 1 power. But even with 1 power, those guys. She can select 1 power to select 1 zone within range 2, activate all enemies in that zone. They try to reach your zone by any means possible. So she could actually pull these guys in. But why? Okay, I think I'm going to get Rogue to come here and do mighty punches, especially since we don't have to go there anymore. So she'll activate, move once, twice, and then do mighty punches. So she'll roll 3 dice and try to hit them. So 1, 2, she'll use this power. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she only kills 1. So 1 is gone. Because it's 4, 2, and nothing. So then Storm is going to have to help out there for sure. I think Storm might even move into their zone. Yeah. First, she's going to get a heroic trait. Heroic trait is unstoppable. Discard when attacking and spend 1 power. Enemies suffer -1 toughness. Well, I guess that's useful for later. She has 2 more actions. 1 action is here, and then roll 3 dice as well. So she goes to 0. Actually, I still think she's pretty safe here from those 7. No, they might get activated twice. No. Okay, so 3 dice. Oh wow, only 1 hit. So 1 zombie is going to damage someone, I think. Unless we have somebody else who hasn't activated yet. No, everyone is activated. Oh. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, so the enemies activate. So this guy goes twice. Remember, he can shoot 1 zone. He has no eyes. He has no line of sight. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's just going to go here. 1, 2. Because even here he cannot shoot yet. These guys have 2 actions. So it's going to be 1 and 2. Because they're runners. Runners have 2 actions, right? Yep. This one also has 2 actions. So it'll be 1 and 2. These guys have only 1 action. So they move up. And then she will follow Colossus because he's closest to her. And then this one will wound either Rogue, not Rogue, so it has to be Storm. So wound Storm, yeah. And then 3. So activation here. 1 walker, and there'll be no one is in orange yet. Oh wait, yeah, I have to add the experience. Sorry, Storm killed 1. Yes, so actually puts her in the yellow. And Rogue killed 1. Yeah, that's it. So actually it's yellow. So it's spawn, still just 1 walker. Okay, this doesn't make much difference. So there's 1 walker here and 1 walker here. This is starting to become a mob though. And then for here, 2 brutes and they rush. So they arrive here and they immediately go here. Is this shorter? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. And then for there, 2 runners. 2 runners. Okay, it's getting a bit crowded now. I think Wolverine has to get into the fight, to be honest. And actually getting yellows is now way better for that extra action, which luckily Storm has. So everybody reactivates and gets 1 power. Okay. Now they can't move out here because they have to spend a lot of stuff there. So I think getting Rogue in yellow is now a good idea. So she's going to spend 1 action to power up, and then 1 action to use all her power. So that's 2 actions to attack. So that'll be 3 plus 2. So 5 dice to try to kill 4 zombies. So 5 dice and hits on 3. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3 hits. So she takes out 3 of them. Let's do these. The runners are gone. And regular zombies. So plus 3 for Rogue. So she's now at 8. So that means she still has 2 actions because she powered up and she attacked. Now we still have that guy behind us who is really annoying. Who's going to attack us. But I think Storm is going to try to take care of that. Oh, but she should have attacked him. Well, she still can. No, she cannot. She should have attacked him because he gets -1 toughness. He only needs 3 hits then. Oh, stupid. Okay, so I still have 2 turns, 2 actions with her. Yeah, I should just get rid of that guy. I'm gonna increase my power for 2, and then spend 1 die. Spend 1 power, so I have 3 in total. 3 dice in total, and hopefully that's enough to kill that last guy. It is. Oh, more than enough. 5, 4, 4. So this guy is gone as well. So that gives her 1 XP. So she's at 9 now. And she's done. Colossus is not done yet, right? He hasn't done anything yet. Okay, and then Storm looks at that Sentinel. Because I think we really have to get rid of him. Because he hits quite hard. So she will activate for 2 power. So that's 3 actions left. I can actually do that, but then I actually need 1 more power. Okay, I am going to spend 1 power to select 1 zone within range 2. So this is range 2. And activate all enemies in the zone. These all come forward. Because I want him to get in here and slice them up in a second. So now, as my second action, I can power up again, which is 4. And then I can attack as my third action, but I use Unstoppable, which means -1 to toughness. So they're down to 3, and I have 5 dice for 3 hits on 3 to try. Oh, I was supposed to roll to see if his ability changes. No, nothing happens. And it says all player heroes within range 1 lose their yellow 1+1 action skill, cannot use trade cards. Did she use that? No, because she got the yellow thing after fighting. Okay, so there's no problem there. Yeah, because it was 1, 2, and attack. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 5 dice for the Sentinel, and he's actually at 3 now. So let's see what happens. Okay. Whoa, they're all hits. Oh my god, she just blew him out of the water. Okay, done. And that's 4 XP for Storm, so she's at 11. So she powered up. and then powered up again, and then attacked. So I have one action left. So with the attack, I used everything. She's going to attack these guys as well. So only with 2 dice, of course, because it's all she has left. But any help for Wolverine will be welcome. So 2 hits on 3, 2 hits. So that's another 2. So she's at 13 now. And 2 of them are gone. All right, that was Storm. That was Elite. All right, so then it is Wolverine who enters the fray. That was one action. Second action is he's going to attack with his claws, and he's going to use 6 dice. Hits on 4. But when attacking with adamantium claws, add +1 to your dice results for each wound you have suffered as nothing. For each roll of 6, roll +1 die. Okay. But when performing melee attacks with Mariko Yashida, you may automatically eliminate 1 additional walker in your zone. So 1 walker is going to be dead anyway. And 6 I can reroll again. 1, 6, and I hit on 4s, right? So I have 3 hits. So 3 hits. And then I can, so actually 4 hits, and I can roll another die. Another 6, I can roll another die. A 3, which is nothing. All right, so basically 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and thanks to Mariko Yashida, there's a 6th one that's gone. So that's 6 XP for Wolverine, and just clears it in one go. So 6 XP for Wolverine. So he's suddenly at 11. And because that he has his extra action, so he moved and he attacked once, so he still has 2 actions left. It's tricky now because you really don't want to go there. He actually has to go all the way around. I don't want to stand next to these guys either. So I think it might be better just to get a heroic trait and then retreat to there. So he's going to retreat to here, that's 1, and heroic trait. Discard before attacking, gain +1 range. Oh, that's kind of funny for him. But what does he do? Shoot his blades? Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's Wolverine done. Really happy with that turn, how that turned out. Pun intended. Okay, so Colossus, he's there. I think in a way he should save her, but he's not going to. He's just gonna, I think, do 1, 2, 3. Just get out. Because saving her, because it just says you may discard this card to have 1 superhero in your zone gain 4 strength, which is kind of good. This one is once during your turn you may spend 1 power to select a zone within 1 range. Move any bystanders and superheroes from that zone into your zone. Pulling is also good. They're both good. So I'm not going to do Moira. So 1, 2, 3. He's not yellow yet, so he only has 3 actions. And that is the end of my turn. So enemies activate. So it's going to be 1 and 2. And this runner also arrives. 1 and 2. And these guys do 1. And she goes up. But she's not going to go through the window. I think that's only the enemies who do that. She's not going to smash a window, I think. So then spawning. First here. Walk or rush 6 and then activates. Okay. Basically. Okay. Here at the bottom. 5 walk or rush. 5 and then activate. So I'll put him here. And then there. Zombie hero. Ah, what a timing. And the zombie hero now is Psylocke. Superheroes within range 2 do not gain power at the start of the player phase. Great. So Psylocke comes out. And she has a health of 3 only. So at least there's that. So then that's the end. We start. So everybody gets +1 except Colossus, but he's already maxed, so that's fine. Oh wait, 1, 2. So nobody gets any. That's annoying for Wolverine. Alright. So I think Colossus, but the problem is, it's always the same problem. You don't want to stand here, because if you stand here, you're going to get whacked potentially by whatever spawns there. You're going to get stuck there. First of all, these three are stuck here. Actually, Wolverine could have a swing at her because he has +1 range. So could Storm. So basically, Rogue has to get rid of these guys. So she's going to power up for her first action and then use everything for her second. So she's going to roll 5 dice and hit on 3. So 5 dice and hit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done. Cool. So she gets 3 XP. So that's 12. And these runners are gone again. So that was 2 actions, power up and then attack. So she still has 2 actions. Yeah, but the problem is all my people have no range, right? So I'm just going to move 1 and then get a trait. Agile. Discard when enemies enter your zone. Immediately move 1 zone, ignoring enemies. Oh, that's really nice and handy in this case. So she's done. So because she powered up, she attacked, she moved, and took a trait. So done. All right, then Storm will join her for her first action. Second action is power up. Third action is power up. And the fourth action is just blast Psylocke with everything that she has. I don't want to take any risks whatsoever. So it's 6 dice. And that will be going back to 0 then. So 6 dice to get rid of Psylocke. Okay. Hits on 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So Psylocke is dead. Blasted into oblivion. And that's 3 XP for Storm, who is now at 16. Who has to kind of watch out, or she's going to go into red already. Which isn't necessarily bad, but still. So that was basically power up, move, attack, done. Okay. Then we have Colossus, who still only has 3 actions. Yeah, so I think he's going to go here and attack. Because he still has full power. And he can actually pull. Okay, I'm going to do 1. He's going to use William's tracker, so his power is going to go down by 1. But he's going to pull Wolverine in here so he can get closer later on. So then he still has 2 actions left. So this is his second action. And now he's going to attack with everything he's got. So that's 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 dice. And he hits on 3. And during the enemy phase, he can ignore a wound. But that doesn't matter now. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. And these are actually both dead because they both have 2 toughness. But, you know, he destroyed them completely. So that's 4 XP, which puts him on 9. Which means he has an extra action. Because it was move, attack, and then now an extra action. And I'm thinking either a trait or power up. I think he's going to power up instead of a trait. Yeah, he's going to power up. Yeah. Alright, so he's done. Storm is already done as well. And it's only Wolverine left. Actually, instead of powering up, he could just open the door. And Wolverine can take care of whatever's in there. Okay, he's not going to power up. He's just going to open the door. Once again, this could have been planned better in a way that maybe Rogue could have opened it for free. But, okay. His time is of the utmost importance. Whew. Hidden bystander. Okay, spawn 1 bystander. It is Khazar. I guess with the surroundings it makes sense. Once during each enemy phase, if enemies move into your zone, you may spend 1 power to perform 1 melee attack. Well, that's actually Wolverine's power. his lash out. It's basically lash out again. So if Wolverine would have this one, he would be able to lash out twice. So he's crouched here, but he's hidden, which makes sense. He's like hidden in the bushes. And then we spawn another one, which has 2 runners. Yeah. 2 runners again. Let's spawn here. All right. This is not the end, by the way. We have to open this door and get to the other side. But okay. So then it is Wolverine. So he has 4 actions. So 1. The door is open, by the way. 2. And then he attacks them. He has no power up. So he's going to power up first. That's 3. And then attack with both of them. So it's 2 plus 3 is 5 dice. To hit twice. 4 or higher. 4 or higher. Oh, 4, 5, 5, 6. I'm rolling really well at certain points here. So these runners are dead. So that's plus 2 XP for Wolverine. He is now at 13. All right. And that's his turn done. Because he moved twice, powered up, and attacked. Yeah. He actually could have attacked from here. But discarded this and then saved the move. But it's okay. And actually, I didn't have to move so I could already kill someone automatically thanks to Yashida. But yeah, okay, I totally overkilled that. I really didn't need to. But it is what it is. Okay, so next turn. All these guys move here. It's all danger. I don't know if there's a free shoot or whatever, open fire card in there. I hope not, because otherwise I might be in trouble. And these all arrive here next to Colossus. So Colossus can take 1 wound, but he's going to die if they activate some way. So she's coming here. He stays because he's already next to Wolverine. And then we'll do the first activation. 1 runner here. That's okay. Oh, sorry, 2 runners because it's yellow. 2 runners. Next one. 8 walker rush. So here, these 8 will then come here. Oh, 8 of them. And then for here, 5 walkers. So 5. All right, so that's all done. All right, so everybody activates and gains power. Because Psylocke is gone. Okay, so I'm gonna open the door here with Wolverine and get this so we can actually start moving that way. So here's 4 actions. 1 action is opening the door and he sees the bystander who is Shanna. Makes sense, you know, that they're together. Shanna and Khazar. When performing a melee attack, you may spend 1 power to have all enemies suffer -1 toughness, which is pretty handy. So open the door and then hop, get in there. That's 2. Wait, with the blue one, were they supposed to all get 5? Ah, I think I forgot that. Yes, supposed to be all 5. So the person who picked up the blue one was Wolverine. So actually, they're all supposed to have 5. Colossus took it. So everybody else is supposed to get 5. So Wolverine gets up to 18. She's up to 21. She's up to 17. And he doesn't change. And then I have to check these cards. So that was there. That's actually 7 now. These ones are actually 10. So there's 2 more. And that's actually 3 runners. Okay. All right. Wow, it's really bad. All right, and now, so he was here, open the door 1, got in 2, and then takes this, it's 3. So everybody gets another 5. So he's at 23. She's at 26. She is at 22. And he is at 14. So what does it mean for the powers? Wolverine now has Lash Out, so once during each enemy phase, when enemies move into your zone, you may spend 1 power to perform 1 free adamantium claws attack. Storm has once during your turn, after attacking with Lightning Bolt, you may perform 1 free Lightning Bolt attack using the same number of dice as the initial attack, which is really good, especially now since we need to thin out the horde so much. For Rogue, it is once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to copy an attack and or unlocked skill from any other superhero within range 1 until the end of the round. That's also good. Okay, so he opened the door 1, moved in 2, got the objective 3, and then moves back out 4. It's actually be a good idea now to... Actually, he's going to get rid of Mariko Yashima. No, he's not. Next round, he's going to get rid of her for Khazar, because then he can go up to full power for free, basically. So Wolverine is done. If we go around here, this is a spawn, we should go around here, actually. We should go back up. Wolverine's going to see a bunch of people in front of him. I want Colossus to take these people out and then move away. And Storm and Rogue to go here to take these out, and Storm to take these out. Wolverine can take these guys, I believe, with all the stuff he has. I think he should be able to do it, especially with the +1 range. He doesn't even have to be there. He can just do it from outside. Yeah. So first of all, Colossus. So he's going to power up and then use all his powers. That's 2 actions. I could actually move Wolverine there, but I don't think that's a good idea. So that's 2 actions already. So it's 3 plus 2 is 5. So he has 5 dice to attack these 5 guys, and he hits on 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets rid of 4 of them. So he's at 18 now. There's 1 left, and he has 2 actions left. Because he powered up and he attacked. So he's just gonna, I think, attack once with only 2 dice for this last one. Yep, got him. So he's out, and he's also in the red now, so he can do fastball. Basically, once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to move 1 other superhero in your zone up to 2 zones, ignoring enemies. That superhero may then spend 1 power to perform 1 free attack action. So he moves up 1. That was his last action. So far everything's going the way I planned it to be. Then Storm is going to attack these people. So she's going to power up to 3. And then use everything. So that's 3 plus 2. So it's 5 dice. And also says, once during your turn, after attacking with Lightning Bolt, I can perform it again using the same number. So I can do it twice, actually. So 5, and I hit on 3s. Well, I only killed 2, but because it's Lightning Bolt, I can do the same attack again with the same number of dice. Once per turn. So, hits on 3, right? So I kill another 4. There we go. So there's only 1 left. I still have 2 actions. So I'm going to attack once with 2 dice. Same thing as before. Once with 2 dice. 3 and 5. Yeah, no worries. So the last one's also done. Yeah, so we get 7 XP. So she's at 33. So that was power up, attack, 1 left. So she's going to turn around and then attack those as well. Or just power up, I guess. She's going to power up, yeah. She's not going to attack those. Rogue is going to take care of those. So Rogue will... Rogue has once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to copy any attack from any other superhero within range 1. Any attack and skill. So she's going to copy Lightning Bolts. So she's going to power up. She's going to copy Lightning Bolt. That's what she spends. I don't think that's an action, right? And then for the first action, she's going to power up again. So she has 4 dice plus the 2 for lightning bolts. So there's 6 dice, and it hits on 3s. And she can do it twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all gone. She can do it again. So that's 4 XP already. I don't even have to check. Of course, it's done. So 4 XP, so 6 XP for Rogue. Attack and 2 power-ups, so that's 3. So she still has 1 left. So she will then move here on her way to the exit. Okay, so that's everybody done. Yeah, everybody done. Okay, enemy's turn. All these move forward. And these guys move twice, so they're actually next to Rogue. And then she, I guess, climbs out of the window. She comes here. All right, and then activation. So first there, 6 walkers. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then here at the bottom, all brutes, extra activation. There are no brutes, yay. And then here, zombie hero. Ah, damn it. It is Sabretooth. Okay, and what does Sabretooth do? If his zone is attacked by a superhero in his zone, if his zone is attacked by a superhero in his zone, but Sabretooth is not eliminated, the attacker suffers 1 wound. So basically, if you're standing next to him and you don't kill him, you get a wound. But and when he activates, he moves twice. So running away might not be that good. We'll see first if everything works out with Wolverine, taking care of these people. Because then she might just turn around and lightning bolt him from afar. That might work. She might actually reach maximum, which would be crazy for me. Okay, so Wolverine is gonna, first of all, I keep wanting to say devour, but he's going to take Khazar, and that means he'll maximize. Oh wait, everybody gets 1 power. First of all. Yeah, I'm doing it correctly, right? I think Rogue is not supposed to have 4 because she knocked everybody out. She's supposed to have 1. It's supposed to be 0 and then 1, and the rest seem to make sense. So he's going to take Khazar. So he's going to get rid of Mariko Yashida, which is okay. She's not dead or anything. So from now on, once during each enemy phase, if enemies move into your zone, you may spend 1 to perform 1 melee attack. Actually, no. No. I'm going to not take him. I am going to power up. It's my first action. I'm going to discard this before attacking to gain +1 range. I think it's still melee because the attack is still melee, so this still counts. So I'm going to attack, which is my second action. So that's 4 dice. 4 dice plus 3, so it's 7 dice. Oh, I only have 6 dice. So 6 dice, but it's technically 7. 7 dice, and thanks to Mariko, 1 is dead already. And we hit it on 4s. And 6 is reroll. Okay, this is reroll. At the moment, we have 2 hits. Well, 3 hits thanks to... And I reroll 2 dice, actually, because I'm supposed to roll 7 dice. Well, 2 more hits. Okay. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, so 6 hits. So 2, 3, 6. So these are all gone. So that's 6 experience for him. That's 29. So that was 2 actions. He still has 2 left, but these 4 are still blocking the way. So 1 action, and another action is attacking with 3 dice, hitting on 4. But thanks to Mariko, 1 is already dead for sure. And Colossus might have to jump in to help out. Let's see. So that's 1 hit, and thanks to Mariko, 2 hits. So 2 of them are gone, and Colossus is going to have to help out. So 2 XP, so it's 31. Alright, so that's him done. She hasn't done anything yet, right? She hasn't done anything yet either. And he hasn't done anything yet either. Okay, so that was Wolverine. Colossus then, I think. Or should we do Storm first? If I can do Chain Lightning now, which means I can attack with 5 dice twice against him, hoping to get 4 hits. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the Senator Kelly action. So I spend 1 power. So these 2 enemies go here. Yeah. They come to me, and then I power up to 4. That's my second action. Then I attack, which is my third action, with lightning, with Chain Lightning. So that's 4 plus 2. That's 6 dice, and I can try to kill Sabretooth twice, which requires 4 hits of 3 or higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't even need it. So he's already dead, Sabretooth, which is 4 for Storm, so 37. And I can do a free one. So basically I can use those 6 to attack again somewhere else, because it doesn't say the same target. You're from 1 free lightning bolt attack using the same number of dice. So I'll focus on these guys, I think, because there's more of them. Yeah, they're gone. So another 3 XP. So she's at 40. She's almost at the maximum. She's almost there. It's crazy. So what did she do again? She powered up. She attacked. And that's it. She still has 2 left. 2 actions left. Because using Senator Kelly does nothing. So I think she will just attack those. She will power up and then attack those guys in her area with just 2 dice. She's not going to use any of the power. Wow, she misses completely. That's too bad. All right. Then it is Colossus. Actually, I want to do Rogue because I want to shoot them with this because I haven't used that one. So Rogue moves 1 here, then uses this, and it says basically you roll 3. Each hit counts as 2 hits against a single enemy, but that doesn't really matter. You just attack and you hit on 3s, but I already hit on 3s, but this gives me 1 extra die. So 1, let's say I power up, so that's 3, that's 2 actions already, and then the third action is using it. And that would be 3 dice, basic, this one, 3 dice, plus the 3 dice that I use from the power, which is basically 6 dice to thin those out a bit. So let's see. Hits on 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of them are gone. Four of them are gone. So 4 experience points for her. So that's 32. So it was 1, power up 2, use it 3. So she still has 1 left. This is now flipped over. And I can use that again, but only with 2 dice. And see if I hit anyone. That's 5 plus. But I'm not going to do that yet. So 1 more action. I'm just going to power up again. 2. Yeah. So that's her done. Colossus then. He will take care of those 2, obviously. He's just going to roll 3 dice. Hits on 3. Yeah. So hopefully that'll be enough. Hits on 3. Yeah, it is enough. 3 hits. So 2 XP for Colossus. Alright, so he used his power, yeah? So once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystanders and superheroes into your zone. Problem is, by leaving these two, they're gonna follow us, and these are gonna spawn. But then they might come this way. Then we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna power up. That's my second action. Then I'm going to use 1 power to move Wolverine here. And then I'm going to move, because I can do fast ball special. You may spend 1 power to move 1 other superhero in your zone up to 2 zones, ignoring enemies. So he's going to fastball Wolverine 2 zones. So it's 1 and 2. And then he could attack, but it's not necessary. And then I still have 2 actions left because I attacked and I powered up. I power up again and I move. Okay, done. Enemies, they move here. And then activation here. 8 walkers. Done. Then over here, brute rush, 4 brutes, and they activate because they want to stop us from where we're going, right? And then there will be 8 walkers. And the bystanders, she comes here, and they go outside. Okay, so we're at the point where we could actually almost rush to the exit. Rogue should take them out because it will be 1 action, hopefully. Oh wait, everybody activates and gets 1 power. Very important. 1, 3, 3, 3. So she would attack, move, open the door for free. Just 1, 2, and then have 2 more actions left. Alright, let's do that. Oh, by the way, discard when enemies enter your zone, immediately move 1 zone, ignoring enemies. So this happened, so she could have used that and actually jumped here. So let's do that. And then he has that. Oh, he doesn't have that guy. He didn't change. Otherwise, he could have attacked him when they arrived. That would have been really handy now. Okay, but let's do Rogue. We will open the door because we have the XP and everything. And there's an activation here. Oh, 8 zombies, 8 walkers. So she still has all her actions because that's a free action. So once per turn, you can open a door. She can actually copy Lash Out, but that doesn't matter now actually. She could copy Wolverine's Berserker Rage because she has a wound, so she gets +1. But actually she cannot because she has to move in and then attack. She's going to do that though. I think, well, I'm not sure. There's 8 of them. It's a lot. It is a lot. Because she would attack once, power up, and attack again. But I don't think she can kill everyone. Well, she can try. Let's see. 1. And then use all 3 dice. +2, so it's 5 dice. 5 dice. But it says within until the end of the round. Oh, wait. So she can copy Adamantium. So she does 1 to copy his. So she now has Berserker Rage, sorry. Then another one to get 4. So that's 2. Wait, this is a free action, so it doesn't matter. So 1 to power up, okay. 2 to enter. 3 to attack. So she uses all 4. +3, so she has 7. And all the dice rolls are +1 because she has 1 wound. So, alright, so first of all, I'm going to physically change them to 3, 4, 5. And this is technically a 6, but I think the 6 has to be rolled. Roll of 6, yeah. So she has, at the moment, 4 hits. And then she has 1 more die to roll. A 5. So basically, she knocks out 5 of them. Yeah. So 4 and 5. And the skill remains until the end of the round. So she attacks again, and the skill applies again, except this time she's at... Oh wait, so 5, right? Yeah, so she gets 5 XP, so 37. So she attacks again, but this time she only has 3 dice. Oh, and hits on 4s, actually. Yeah, it is. Oh, so this one didn't hit, actually. Sorry, so it's actually 4 left. So 1 XP less. But he rolls with 3 and gets +1s on rolls. Wow, so it's just 1 hit. So this becomes a 4. Okay, so this guy is gone. Maybe she just stuck with her own power. Yeah, she didn't roll any 6s, so that's sad. Okay, so I want to have him in here. So we can do 1, 2, and do 2 attacks. So he has to come here to take care of these. So let's do Colossus. So he moves once. There's only 2 guys. He hits on 3s and rolls 2 dice. Okay, he's gonna spend 1 power and roll 3 dice. It's a risk because I might not kill them all, and then I wasted a turn. Okay, I'll spend 2 power. 4. Here we go. Hits on 3s. Oh, thank God I spent that 1 die. Okay, so these 2 are gone. So +2 for him. So he's at 23. So that was 2 actions. He has 2 more, but he can spend 1 action to throw Wolverine here and have him attack if he spends 1, but then that's not really worth it. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I can, however, move people from around me in, but that doesn't matter either. So I'm just going to do 3 and 4. So he's just in there. Okay, and then let's do Wolverine. 1, 2, and then he's going to attack. So he only has 1 power, so he'll power up to 3 and then spend all his power. So that's 3 plus... No, I'll spend all his power because 1 is already dead. So he only needs to hit 2 guys. And he has no +1s. I'll spend 1 power. So he'll roll 4 dice and hits on 4. 4 dice and hits on 4. So that's 2 hits plus the girl. So they're all gone. And he gets 3 XP. He gets 3 XP, which is 34. Done. And he has 1 action left. He is going to stay there, and with his action, he's going to get a heroic trait, which is spawn 1 walker in your zone, then draw another card. Are you kidding me? Draw another card. Heroic trait. Discard when moving, spend any amount of power to move that many additional zones. But that was all not worth it. And that was his last action as well. So now there's this guy there. Because there's 1, 2, 1 attack, and then the other, yeah, so. Annoying. Okay. Storm. Activates. Is she better? During this turn, you may discard this card to have 1 super. She's actually better. So 1 action will be to replace Senator Kelly. That way she also doesn't get killed, at least. Senator Kelly has escaped. And she's at full power. So that was 1, 2, 3. And then she'll attack those guys. She cannot reach these guys. So she's going to attack those guys with Chain Lightning, as usual. So that will be 4 plus 2, 6 dice. She's going to reach maximum. Oh, do I want to reach maximum? Oh yeah, screw it. 6 dice and hits on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of them are dead. I can attack again. 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are dead. So that's 3, 6, 7. So there's 1 remaining. So she's at maximum. That means once during your turn, you or one other superhero within range 2 may automatically gain 1 power and draw 1 heroic traits. Okay. So absorb, well not absorb, save, 1, 2, 3, attack. So her turn is over, but she can either herself turn 1 or gain 1 power, or one of them can gain 1 power. I think I'll have Rogue get 1 power and get a trait, which is spawn 1 walker in your zone. Are you kidding me? Ah, why? Wait, did I just put that? Oh no, it's here. Yeah, ambush in. So now there's 2 walkers there and they're going to activate. Great. Discard before attacking, add +1 to dash results, and ignore target priority for this attack. Well, I guess that's nice. But they're done, so they're now going to activate. So these guys go here. These guys go here. This guy goes here. These 2 attack. Wolverine will take 1 wound because it makes... Actually, he'll take 2 wounds because it makes him a lot stronger. Because it's +1 for each wound, right? Yeah. So he'll take both wounds. Then these, I guess they go in... 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they join them. I don't really know why. Do they really just blindly go in there? Oh no, unless enemies are in their current or next zone. So they just stop. So it's just literally saying stop to him. No, don't move. Okay, okay. And then activation. Zombie hero arrives here. Great. Zombie hero, and it is Iceman. Superhero's attacks suffer -1 to dice results while within range 1 of him. But this does not count because he cannot see them. It's actually like this. The wall blocks the range. So yeah. So the question is, could Rogue actually get that +1 power in range 2? We'll see. Anyway, Iceman has 3 health. Yeah, no, I don't think she was able to do that. So she does not get this. She'll just give it to herself then. Okay. Anyway, that was him. He's there now. Then we activate this one here. So it's a top level, right? Because of Storm. All walkers get 1 extra activation. Great. So he does... Colossus gets 1 wound, which he ignores. And then the other wound goes to... himself as well. Yeah, that's best. And then Storm gets 1 wound because he hits her, and then they all move behind her. Luckily not in her zone yet. And then we have 1 more activation here. Oh, actually, they don't. They move here. They go to the bystander because the bystander is closer. And then here, all brutes move up to 2 zones if possible. Just move, so not attack. Any superheroes in a zone they enter lose all their power. So I guess they'll split up. Yeah, you go like this. So 2 here and 2 here. So basically everybody loses power. Oh, that was horrible. That's really horrible. But then the turn starts, so we all get +1 again. And we activate. Oh, and the bystanders obviously don't move. Oh, that was brutal though. That was brutal. Okay, so I think Iceman does -1 within 1 range, so it's her dice rolls have -1. I'm going to use her first though. So she's going to power up to 3. She is going to discard to add +1 to the results and ignore target priority as well. So it's nullified. She just has a regular attack. So she spends everything. So it's 3 plus 2, so 5 dice. Chain lightning. And I can do it again. Once per turn, right? Yeah. And actually, no, it's actually 4. I get an extra die because I also gain once per turn. I can gain 1 power and draw 1 heroic trait. So discard during your turn and spend 1 power. Select 1 zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move towards your zone. I don't like that in this case. So hits on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So I'll take out both of the brutes. They're gone. And then I roll again, the same dice to get rid of that one. Actually, maybe I'll just get rid of Iceman. No, I just need to go away. Just I'm gonna hit that guy with 6 dice. So 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, completely destroyed. So power up was 1, attack was 1. I have 2 left, so it's 1 here. If I can move in. Yes, I'm going to move in because I'm going to get rid of Morad McTaggart to have 1 superhero in my zone gain 4 power, and that 4 power is going to Wolverine because I'm hoping he's going to slash like mad. Okay, so that's Storm done. Then it's Wolverine's turn. He will use all his power. So he has 7 dice, and he has +2 to results, and he rerolls 6s. There we go. So 1, 6, +2 to results. So these are definitely okay already. These are actually all okay because it's hits on 4, and then this one is also okay, but I get to reroll it. So I already have 6 hits. Let's see. So 7 hits, which is perfect. This is 2, this is 4, 5, and 6. So he also gets 6 XP, which puts him on 39. I'm actually not sure if I've been giving XP to Colossus. He seems to have so little, but okay. Anyway, he did great. He knocked them out, and then I think the game is over because he's going to move here. Turn is over. Then Rogue will move here. Turn is over. Colossus will remove 1 power. We'll use 1 power to cannonball her there, and then move in here. Done. Finished. Oh my goodness, it was a couple of times that I thought this is not going to end well, but in the end it was pretty cool. This is supposed to be medium, 60 minutes. We've been filming for 2 hours, but that's also with some explaining in the beginning and so on. Yeah, I like the heroes. I liked all of their abilities, to be honest. By the way, the final ability of Colossus was when attacking with pummeling fists, you may spend 1 power to roll +1 die for each enemy in your zone. Ignore zombie heroes for this attack. After this attack, you may push all the enemies into an adjacent zone. So that's also really good. Wolverine's healing factor was at the start of each end phase, you may restore any amount of health. Oh, awesome. Yeah, and for Rogue, once during your turn, you may perform 1 free attack or move action. It is really cool, I feel, the balance of trying to decide when do you want to level up, when do you not. And it could have been a completely different game had green been here. And the fact that this guy here came out there was like, what? I'll give you some other examples of the protocols from the Sentinels. This Sentinel moves 2 zones per move action. This Sentinel can attack from range 2 When it attacks, all player heroes in the targeted zone suffer 1 wound each. Zombie heroes ending their turn within range 1 of this sentinel increase their hunger by 1. That doesn't apply here. Superheroes begin their turn within range 1 of this sentinel loses 1 power. Okay. If this sentinel zone is attacked but is not eliminated, they suffer 1 wound. Whenever another sentinel is attacked, this sentinel performs 1 move action. Wow. +2 toughness, that's 6 toughness. When a player hero attacks this sentinel, they may discard up to two traits to decrease its toughness by 1 for each. Oh, so you need to attack it with 2 trait cards so you can discard it, so it's back down to 4. Okay, yeah, so those are all the potential combat protocols. Yeah, like I said, I think I really enjoy this. Sorry, I touched the microphone. I really enjoyed this. I had lucky rolls a couple of times. I'm also lucky the zombie heroes didn't stick around. I was always able to get rid of them fairly quickly. Always immediately, I think, yeah. So that was very important. And I might have forgotten or missed something. I think I really need counters for the actions, so I remember how many actions I've done. And yeah, if you do spot any mistakes, something that I might have forgotten or whatever, do let me know. Yeah, so I did a bunch of heroes. People asked for X-Men. This is one of the X-Men missions. I'll do another one where I'm the zombies maybe. Maybe I'll add some promo box stuff as well. Because now the only 2, and that's a bit sad, I know, the 2 that didn't come out were Cyclops, which is pretty crazy because he's like holding his own head, and Juggernaut, of course. Juggernaut says his toughness increases according to the highest danger level. So if he had come out now, he would have had 7 health. Which is like what? Basically, he's just unstoppable because you cannot lower this. I mean, okay, you can lower this. There's some cards -1 toughness. Rogue has -1 toughness as well. So I guess you can will it down a little bit, but still he's so strong, which is thematically correct. Cyclops can attack from range 2. His attacks deal 1 wound to all superheroes. So yeah, you have to get up in his face immediately. So yeah, there's also a bit of like being in the right place in the right time for Sabretooth. The fact that Storm was here and she has Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is so nice to do. So yeah, cool. I mean, the danger rate, it goes up, the threat rate or whatever, the level. Oh, sorry, it says here. What is it? The danger level goes up, but when you get stronger. But being stronger is also really cool. And Mariko also MVP. The biggest MVP, of course, was Storm, but Wolverine also slashing everywhere. The fact with Rogue that you can start copying them boosts even more. Colossus is as cool as trying to get to the objective. You know, oh, you're out of turns, you're out of actions. Don't worry, I'll just throw you there, right? So that's really nice as well. Yeah, cool. I like this quite a lot. Yeah, and I'll see in the future which other playthroughs I'll do. But most of the time, I'll probably do the shorter ones. This is like an exception that I did a longer one. There's a 120-minute one as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one, but just look at it like this. If I do the shorter ones, then you'll see more heroes and bystanders and everything else in action. So I think that's what we all want, right? Okay, cool. My plan next is to do team versus, or maybe X-Men again. I'll see. I think we'll do PvP. All right. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to clean all this stuff up. Thank you very much for watching. My name was Joachim and always will be. This is SMGSLT time. See you next time. Bye-bye.